Torodes.
I went to the herbalist and asked about your daughter.
Well, what did the old Baba say? She knows where Marika is?
Not exactly. But she told me some other interesting things. That Marika was afraid of her own family, for example.
Ah, that Hellcat. She tried to trick you because she hates nomads. I know such gajos well. Puh.
But...
Do not get distracted and find Marika, please. Te aveți bachtal, omule.
Vika, spal so steđal gađo.
Show me your... I'd like to discuss the price.
Kad si gađo?
What would you say to this?
Well, if you offer a little bit more, we can make a deal. Aye, that sum will convince me. Thank you, and take care.
God bless.
Kamishtas Kenomitas. What are you doing, you whistler?
Come here!
I'm sorry.
Go! Go! Quick! Go! Quick! Whoa! There's a camp here. What will that fella over there tell me about it?
Is that supposed to be a threat? You were starting to scare me. You looking
Nice camp. The hides and all that. Gamekeeper Vostatek sent me to find a poacher who's hunting around here.
Sir, have mercy on me. I can explain everything. I have a family to feed, only we're not doing well and we scarcely have a bite to eat. I was desperate. So I came here to poach. Please, sir, spare me.
Crikey, that was easy. So you confess you've been hunting here,
A bit here and there.
but you know poaching's a crime. Couldn't you find another way?
I couldn't think of anything.
I'm sure you know poaching is forbidden. So why'd you do it?
I was left with no other option, sir. Ever since this band of robbers has been marauding here, we can barely make ends meet. They got no scruples. They take whatever they can get their hands on. And there ain't nothing left for us common folk. Besides, Lord von Burgau, God bless him, he got his hands full with them and he ain't got time to put things to right in his domain. Ever since, we've been living hand to mouth.
Why are you here by Rock Tower Pond?
This camp, I've known the place since I was little. No one can see here from down below, and when you go from above, there's bushes covering it.
It didn't turn out to be such a perfect hideout, though. How long have you been hunting here?
Quite a while. Only, I haven't risked going out since I saw the ambush.
What ambush?
They attacked some company right nearby.
What company was attacked?
There was some gents riding through. They wasn't local. They camped down below. I could see them well. I suppose they was resting up before moving on. And then this band of robbers what's been marauding hereabouts descended on them. It was a massacre. Them gents was completely taken by surprise.
Nobody saw you?
No, I was hiding here. It's hard to see up here from below. I wanted to warn the company, but it was too late. I'd have just got myself killed as well.
Well, at least you got away in one piece. You haven't left here since then. You've been here the whole time.
Sir, when I saw what happened down below,
You didn't try to go home.
I was on my way home. Only then I heard armed men, so I came back fast and hid. I'm not going to risk my skin.
Fair enough. We were those men. It was us they ambushed.
Really? But I saw everyone being killed with my own two eyes.
I managed to get away, even though I was wounded.
I'm glad. Sorry about your comrades.
That's all I need to know. It's my job to catch a poacher, and you've confessed to poaching. So, what to do with you now?
Sir, have mercy on me, please.
So, what do you propose then?
I can tell you where to find deer nearby, places hardly nobody knows about. There's one spot here in the hills above Kerchak, and another in a small valley beyond Lower Samine Mill.
I don't know either of those places.
You see? That's a good reason to be merciful, isn't it?
Look, I'm acting on the gamekeeper's instructions, and he's going to want to know how I dealt with you.
What if you told him you didn't find nothing?
You haven't convinced me. I go back empty-handed, you stop poaching for a couple of days, and then it'll start all over again. I can't take that chance.
But it wouldn't be like that.
We're done talking about it. You're going with me.
So this is how it ends up.
Vostatek might have told you I was going to bring you some poachers. Here's one of them. He was hanging round Rock Tower Pond.
Please, have mercy.
We hang poachers here, and you won't get any special treatment. Scum.
Come here.
Don't shove. Greeting.
What's the
See, it was mowed, and that's a
Sounds it. What's the
nothing more, and I.
Save your whistling for
Quick!
the cows, you lout.
Quick! Ka! Ka! Wait! Wait! Wait!
Don't shove.
Does your wife really starve you that much?
Schön, dich zu... Was braucht?
Show me your...
Thank you, and take care.
Hey, fellow, pull up for a tankard of mead.
I bid you safe travels. Quick! Go! Go! Wait! 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 Go! Ka! 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 Quick! Whoa! Whoa!
I wouldn't want...
I solved your problem.
Ah, my drinking problem.
No, not that one.
I should think not, since I don't have one.
I meant the poacher. I dealt with him. I found him and hauled him off to the bailiff in Troskowitz, like you told me.
My, you don't waste time, lad. If I had a few more like you, I wouldn't have a care in the world here.
Not worth mentioning.
Right. How about another one? This poacher pisses me off even more than the last one. so I hope you'll help me with him.
I'm ready. Where does this poacher hunt?
Under the candlestick, where it's darkest. A short way from here, around Vidlac Pond. That's why I don't go far from the lodge, see? The problem is, it's a damn big area. Almost all the northwestern woodlands. And it's uphill and all.
I get it. What should I do with this poacher?
Same as last time. I know we have a poacher around here. Only I haven't been able to catch him. If you can find him, catch him and take him to the bailiff. I'll sleep a lot more peacefully, see?
Right. Find him, catch him, bring him in. Is there anyone around here who might know something?
Ask the tanner in the valley. Or even better, ask his neighbour, the fisherman's wife. She'll tell you twice as much as that old soak.
Right. Right. I'll take a look around Vidlac Pond for the poacher.
Thanks, and good luck. Watch where you're going!
I'm trying to track down a poacher who's hunting around here.
That's an important mission. But sorry, I don't know nothing about it.
I want to ask you something anyway.
Better me than the neighbours anyway. Especially Pavlik's old woman. Have you talked to her?
No, I haven't spoken to her. Why?
That's good. For sure she and her old man would tell you I'm the poacher.
They would? Why?
Those Pavliks ain't very nice folk. Old Pavlik ain't too bad, but that wife of his... I don't know why, but all of a sudden she thinks I'm the root of all evil.
I see. I imagine it's not easy living next to them. Still, I'd like to ask you a few questions anyway. Maybe you know something that could help.
As you like.
There you are.
How's trade?
It's going well. There's demand.
You're the one.
Who do you sell most to?
Depends.
Got to help
I
me.
take everything to Troskovitz and there I see what's what. But the better hides go for fancy shoes and clothes. Things for the gentry and that.
Where'd you get the hides? From some suspicious fellas in the forest?
No, I ain't like that. I have an agreement with the huntsmen and their hands, who bring me what they hunt. But it's not that often. They don't bring much. And not the best stuff neither. More often they bring me hides from the village. They butcher animals and skin them and everything is processed. I do the hides.
There you
Something's
are.
fishy.
Help.
You aren't afraid to put
You're
your
the one
hides
who
on
was
display.
stealing.
Like it's a front for something else. Something you can't show
Got to
everyone.
help me.
I don't know what you're getting at.
If someone took a look in your workshop, would he find anything unusual there?
No. All I've got in my workshop is a few more hides.
All right then. Why did the Pavliks hate you so much?
I don't know. But if Prague was to go up in flames, the Pavliks would run straight to the bailiff and swear it was me what did it.
Did you have some falling out with them?
Nothing I know of. We never talked much. I'm not the kind of fella that's at the centre of things. I like my peace and quiet.
Well,
You're the
still
one
seems
who was
odd to me, though.
You're telling me? At least you don't have to live
There
next
you
to
are.
them.
Help.
Have you seen any tracks left by the poacher?
I haven't. I wouldn't even know what to look for.
You know, animal carcasses, guts, a camp in the woods.
Ah, I see. No, I ain't seen nothing. I don't go walking in the woods much. At most, I go to Troskowitz for hides. Or to the village here to the north.
I don't know of any village that way. What's it called?
It's pretty far. I call it Upper on account of it being uphill.
Have you any idea where the poacher might be hiding out?
God knows. It's all deep forest, so he could be anywhere. Maybe somewhere close to the game he poaches.
Yeah, that's good thinking.
There you are.
Do you know of any
Help.
place like that?
Well, not far from here there's a clearing in the hills where we used to go to watch deer. But I don't know if any stags goes there anymore.
I didn't know that. If I can't think of anything better, I'll go and take a look.
But don't get your hopes up.
Thanks. That's all.
It was
Now
him.
we have
That
you thief.
Get over here, or I'll call the guards.
Hold on. Let's talk about
Shit
this.
on his hands. And don't...
That's our horse. You better pay up for stealing it, or I'll report you to the bailiff.
And what if I punched you in the face, eh?
You think I'm afraid of you, fucker? I'm in the right here, and if you try to hurt me, the guards will haul you off and deal with you.
Piss off.
Suit yourself. Let's make this more trouble for you.
That's him! Get him!
Die!
Mercy! Spare me! I surrender. You hear me?
If I were you, I'd forget what I saw, pal. I could get pissed off. And then nobody's safe from my blade.
Hang on. Leave me alone. We'll forget about it.
Vostatek charged me with rooting out the poacher causing trouble round here. Have you seen or heard anything suspicious?
You bet I have. The tanner's the poacher.
I've already talked to the tanner. He had a feeling you'd accuse him.
Too bloody right.
Poaching's a serious accusation. Are you sure he's the poacher?
I'm sure. He earns much too much coin for an ordinary tanner.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean he's poaching, though.
He's rolling in it. He can't have that from honest work. Why else would he head off into the forest every other week, eh? If it ain't him, it's someone in league with him. Someone who lives in Witch's Copse.
Witch's Copse?
There's a path behind our outhouse. If you go along it for a while, you'll come to a cross in the forest. And north of that, there's this big clearing. And Witch's Copse is beyond that. Folk are afraid to go there. It's guarded by old pagan idols.
Interesting. Have you got any proof that the tanner is poaching?
Did you see all them hides?
The tanner's a tanner. So he has hides. What of it?
Exactly. You saw he ain't afraid of putting them on show. Even buckskin. He knows if he puts them on show, nobody'll question it. He wouldn't be so suspicious. But you know what I'd like to know? What's he got hidden in his workshop, eh? Apart from hides.
Have you ever seen the tanner poaching with your own two eyes?
I haven't actually seen him, but I'm quite sure it's him. I just know it. I'll gladly confirm it, even to a judge.
I'm afraid that won't be enough when there's no material proof. Where does your hatred for the tanner come from?
I beg your pardon? You come here asking questions, and you're impertinent to boot.
I was only asking. Keep it to yourself then.
So the tanner does well out of his trade?
Does well. He's on the pig's back, and no one ever made that kind of coin out of tanning hides. It'd be a miracle if he wasn't guilty.
Or maybe he's just very skilled.
Skilled my arse, you numbskull. He's a puffed-up idiot, a botcher, and a bastard.
That'll be all. Thanks.
Be sure and check him out. And don't forget he's a crook.
Yeah, right. The biggest crook under the sun. He steals anything that's not nailed down.
I'm glad we understand each other. Well, good luck dealing with him. Take care, my friend.
Okay, Master, aim up.
Why would somebody just leave such a nice piece of armor laying here? And what's... in it? A piece of parchment? That's strange. I doubt any of the local bandits know how to read and write. Maybe I should stop by Troskovitz. The local scribe might know more about it. Here, Matt. Search. Here's another camp, and I bet that fella can tell me something about it. Nice camp. All these hides and gutted deer.
Eh? Fucking hell!
Gamekeeper Vostatek has been looking for you.
What does he want? The garlic I harvest here?
He wants us to go and see the Troskovitz bailiff together.
I ain't going. I'd rather croak out here in the forest. So keep your distance.
You don't seem to understand who you're talking to. I didn't come here to talk shit about garlic. You're gonna listen, and listen well. Because if you haven't twigged yet, I've got the upper hand here. Understand?
Fuck it. All right.
We're going to see the bailiff.
All right.
I've got another poaching lowlife for you. He chose the forest round Vidlak Pond.
No, please!
It's too late for begging. You're for the noose. I have to make a record in the Chronicle.
Look what I have for you.
Don't cause any trouble. Got it?
Excellent. Excellent. Next time again.
What would you like? I need to ask you about something. I found some peculiar armor. It looks like it belonged to some Brunswick, so I thought that maybe the scribe might know who that is.
Brunswigs? Are you sure?
Absolutely. So far I haven't found much, but it's clear now that this is no piece of scrap metal.
But that's not possible. Could it have been more than a legend?
What legend?
It's hard to explain. There are actually 2 legends, or even 3. Well, it doesn't really matter. In short, they say the armor of ancient Bohemian Prince Brunswick is hidden here, waiting for some valiant knight to find it. Of course, I never really believed it, but it looks like this time the children's fairy tale is true.
Who exactly was this Brunswick?
You don't know, lad? Educate yourself. Brunswick was a famous Czech prince who won the lion for our country's coat of arms.
Really? How is it that I've never heard of him?
Perhaps because he never existed. Prince Vladislav II got the lion for our coat of arms for helping Emperor Frederick I, known as Redbeard.
But you just said that...
Brunswick is just a legend, but a quite lovely one, I'll give you that.
Could you recount for me the legend of Brunswick?
Well, why not? Brunswick was a valiant Bohemian prince. He lived in a time when our country had an eagle on its coat of arms, but that wasn't good enough for him, so he decided to head out into the world and gain the mark of a more powerful animal.
A man after my own heart.
You may think so, but his wife was none too happy. Her name was Ludmilla, and she begged Brunswick 100 times to stay home, but he just couldn't be persuaded. Still, he loved her very much, so he took her ring and told her that unless someone came and showed her that ring during the next 7 years, she should wait for his return. But if he failed to return after 7 years, that would mean he would never return.
Then what happened next?
Brunswick's party set out to sea, but didn't get far. They were drawn in by an island with a mysterious mountain of amber that holds all ships and prevents them from leaving. Over time, the men on the deserted island died of starvation, leaving only Brunswick, who noticed that once a year a great bird called No came to the island to hunt. And so the clever knight hid in his horse's hide at just the right time. And when the bird came, it mistook him for prey and carried him away. So Brunswick wandered on. After some time on the road, the prince came across something unprecedented. A duel between a lion and a 9-headed dragon. So, what do you think Brunswick did at that moment?
Well, considering what he later added to the coat of arms, I expect he helped the lion, eh?
Smart. Brunswick rushed to help the lion, and together they killed the dragon. And from that time on, they were stalwart companions. The lion even followed him all the way back to Bohemia. Except, by then, it was already too late. It had already been exactly 7 years to the day since Brunswick set off on his journey. His wife, Ludmilla, who had until that time valiantly resisted all suitors, was about to remarry. But at the wedding feast, Brunswick managed to drop the ring in her cup. So it all turned out well. For Brunswick, that is. Not so for Ludmilla's new groom, but the lion took care of that.
Where did Brunswick's armor come from?
It is said that George the Lion of Württemberg brought it here. He was the nephew of Lord Chenyek of Württemberg, who built Trusky. This George spent a lot of time with King Wenceslas. A suspiciously long amount of time, if you know what I mean.
I don't understand.
Don't worry too much about it. It's just an old wives' tale. And it is said that one day, a lion escaped from the king's menagerie, and George overpowered it with his bare hands and laid it at the king's feet, still alive. As a reward, Wenceslas gave young Württemberg the name Lion and the armor of his ancestor, Prince Brunswick. Only Sir George didn't live to enjoy it for long. He caught the plague at a tournament abroad, and died on his way back to his king. Specifically, while visiting his uncle here at Trusky. Of course, the king wanted his armor back, but Lord Chenyek didn't want to give it to him, claiming he had the hereditary right to it. It looked like Wenceslas would lay siege to Trusky, but fortunately Lord Chenyek was completely destitute by then, so he sold all of Trusky and the armor to the king.
Chenyek was broke. How come?
Because of building his castle. Trusky may be impressive, but it's too expensive for a nobleman. Even the king had difficulty paying for such a castle.
Well, if the king was so endeared with Brunswick's armor, why did he leave it here?
Because he didn't have any choice, my friend. He never found the armor. Lord Chenyek was as cunning as a fox. While he did leave the armor here, he never told anyone where. It's said he hid it so it could only be found by a true knight. Each piece in a different place. Or so they say round these parts. Who knows if there's any truth to the tale?
And you don't happen to know where I could find the rest of Brunswick's armour?
That is difficult, lad. Not long ago, I didn't even believe it existed. I'd say each piece you find will lead you to another. But there's one more thing. Sir Chenyek, who they say hid the armour, left behind a riddle. It's a test that must be passed by whoever wants to find it. Do you want to hear it?
And how did that riddle go?
Wait, how was it? I've got it. Take your leave of crone and maiden, standing tall behind the gates. Boldly go towards true midnight. In caverns cold your prize awaits. Pass through the all of forest kings, hidden deep from hunter's gaze. Standing tall, 2 guards of stone, behind whom yearned for treasure lays. Between them stands a mighty rock, a subtle niche, yet deeper still, a place to give one's art to God. Behold, my armor gleaming still.
Uh-huh. And that was supposed to help me, eh?
Answers come to the wise, kicks to the stupid.
The crone and the maiden towards midnight. We've got east, west, midday, midnight. Well, thanks a lot.
Hold on, I'll give you something else. Sir George, who previously owned the armor, wanted to have a nice poleaxe made in Prague too, but he died of the plague before he could do it. I'm not too certain about Brunswick and his armor, but this is certainly true because I have a copy of George's order here. Here, take it as a keepsake. And now go. What do you need, my friend?
What do you have for sale?
Why are you wasting my time if you don't want anything then, eh?
Just right. This year, the village
Greetings to you.
Look out!
Where? On the shoulders of the pond? Or was it in the sky as well?
That cough of ours gave me this dopey look. And you came straight to mind.
What? Christ, you can be a real bitch sometimes.
Well, see you later. Have a good day. See? That wasn't so hard.
Willkommen. Was wünschst du?
What do you...
Du wirst sicher zufrieden sein. Bis bald.
Great. Pissing down again. Good day to you. Ghastly weather.
Ka! Da!
Whoa!
Look out. Shit.
What can I do for you?
I'm sorry.
You silly doggy.
Whoa! Whoa!
Quick!
Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Quick! Go!
No. Can't leave now.
Ka! Ja! Ja! Go!
Whoa! Whoa! I took care of that poacher. He's in the hands of the bailiff now.
Excellent. Who was this crook?
Some arsehole pretending he was there picking garlic.
Lovely. Here's the reward I promised. And now I'll drink to it, I reckon. We can both have a little celebration. What do you say?
I think I'll leave that up to you. You've had more practice than me.
You're good.
Is there anything more I can help you with?
I don't need anything more from you.
And is there some other gamekeeper around?
Lad, the only proper gamekeeper around here is me. But Nabokov has a gamekeeper too. You could try him.
Uh-huh. And what's his name?
Varel, as in barrel. Go and see him.
Where does he live?
Close to Nebokov Mill. He's got a cottage on a hill and his eye on the surroundings. We're both having trouble with this. How to say it? This ghost. So it might be worth talking about if it's still troubling him.
Well, you got me curious. Thanks for the tip.